Hello, fellow Earthlings! You have found my channel. Welcome to Siren and Whispers. Happy that you're here. Today's Pickacard is about what they want to say to you. What does their higher self want to say to you? So we have pile 1 with Jasper, 2 with a wishing stone, a wishing pebble, and a sea lily fossil for 3. And let's go in now to pile 1. So you chose the Red Jasper, which is associated with the root chakra, grounding, vitality, stimulating, helps one regain their strength. So you got the boundaries card, so 2 is symbolic. What this person's higher self wants to say that they understand boundaries in place. They apologize for overstepping. They know that your time is sacred, as we see the owl. The owl is very wise and learns its lessons. It's quiet in its hunt. You don't see the owl coming. You don't hear the owl coming because of evolutionary feathers, evolutionary makeup. The owl is associated with Scorpio and the rise of the phoenix. You may look similar to the person in this. You don't have to. Leo could be also symbolic. They see you as someone with a strong heart and beautiful soul that may have had things happen in the past that caused them to put walls up. So that is you, pile 1. Pile 2, you chose the wishing pebble with its milky quartz vein. This is a legitimate little wishing pebble from the loch in Ireland. Okay, so what do they want to say to you? Number 5 is symbolic. Hummingbirds and doves also can be symbolic, or just birds in general. Birds of a feather. They think that you fit completely, interlock with one another. You share a lot of love. Could see each other as soulmates. And if in separation, there is an inner knowing that a return will happen. As there is complete compatibility, they don't fear if life takes you in different paths, you will always return. Someone's favourite colour could be green. You're very happy together, even on that soul level. So this is about their higher self, and what they want to say is that you will always return. You're in this life cycle together, inspiring one another, even on an energetic level. You may have met this person in travels. Goodbyes never seem to be goodbye. That's pile 2 and pile 3 with the sea lily fossil. Sea lily fossil represents also grounding and the earth star chakra, connecting and letting go of old karmic baggage. So sexuality, 31 is symbolic. Okay, pile 3. What this person wants to say to you, they're highly aroused and attracted to you. They like your style, your sensuality, and how you express yourself. You may have given yourself up to this person more than you have anyone else, or vice versa. They see your dark and light, and they find it intriguing. Even if they do find it intimidating at times, you're able to balance your light and dark unashamedly. You connect with them on that passionate level that they feel that they've never felt before in this lifetime. They see you as desirable by everyone, and you're not afraid to express yourself however you see fit, as you're very creative. You're not bashful, and you're full of confidence. So if you're interested in diving into this general read with the card that you have chosen, and I will see you then. And if this is where we part, thank you. You know I love you. Bye. Hello, pile 1. So you chose the Red Jasper. Red Jasper is associated with the root chakra. So this reading is about what they want to say to you. What does their higher self want to say to you? So if we connect this with the Red Jasper, they see you as very grounding. They see you as a very vivacious person, full of confidence and vitality, but also has the ability to remain grounded and stay staunch in your boundaries. Now, this may have not always been the case, as we see the owl and the tiger, but everyone starts somewhere, okay? You build your fortress along the way as you gain wisdom. The tiger protects, but it also symbolizes strong feminine energy. Remember, it doesn't matter male or female, this is energy. You are the keeper of your own soul, mind, and body. You can remain in your stability now as you know your worth, but you do not close your heart off. This person wants to say that they understand your boundaries now and can understand how their actions have hurt you and transformed you into the person you are today. But everything accumulates. That's how evolution is. In some ways idealistic about love, but you're grounded in your choices. You'd like to romanticize love, but in a practical way. You're ready to take that stand because you believe in yourself. You are the warrior, but a fair warrior, a warrior who is strong in feminine energy and is wiser now due to the lessons. As I'm hearing, you see the lessons as blessings. I'm going to jump straight into tarot. This is just a quick mini read, a mini energetic read, and what the person wants to say to you. So we have Nymph of Swords and Five of Wands. So the Nymph of Swords. They're curious about your life. And if they haven't been before, they intend to come towards you with more curiosity. They typically were more leaning on being combative and being defensive. A mentality of winning at all costs. If the person was argumentative, you may have clashed with each other. It may have been ego clashes, may have been how they fit into your life. Were they less practical? Were they less intellectually stimulating, less curious? So what this person's higher self wants to say to you, that they respect your boundaries. They respect questions are not interrogation. They are not an attack. They are how you approach the world with curiosity and wonder. And they're accepting that. So that's you, pile 1. This is what I have for you. I hope it was helpful, and I will see you again. Bye. Hello, pile 2. And you chose the wishing pebble. What makes it a traditional wishing pebble? It has that singular belt of milky quartz. Milky quartz is related to the crown chakra. Peace, calm, and tranquility. Finding that sense of relief, believing in yourself, being introspective, and leaning into calm, a state that isn't affected by the external. Everyone likes to feel peace and tranquility. So what this person's higher self wants to say to you is that you bring them that state on an energetic level. Being near you eases their pain. You're able to remove that tension. If you are fiery people and there has been conflict, you're always able to come round to resolution, as there is that innate knowing with one another. 5 is also related to the 5th house, which relates to being playful, the lighter side to life. Children, a childlike mind. So the wishing pebble. You always wish the best for one another and wish to reconnect and make things better, especially when you're more in alignment with one another, and to learn the lessons through love, even when they're difficult. Because love is always difficult, that's the thing. You may be more playful than this person may be more grounded. They may see you as someone who's older or emotionally mature, so they do look up to you. As we see that this bird is slightly higher, but you can see in this image that it is circular. They will come back around. So you may take turns with the ebbs and flows of life and the highs and lows. You may have said goodbye to each other. You may be in a cycle of separation at the moment, but there's no doubt in their mind that you're compatible. I'm going to pull 2 cards, see what this person's higher self wants to say to you, pile 2. I will take this and this one. I fed the birds and they're going nuts behind me. So, Spirit of Cups, that aligns. Makes sense? Yes. So if you're in separation, this person has held on to your memories tightly, held on to your energy tightly, because they see you as their counterpart. They don't want to give that up with the Four of Pentacles. They may have projected things onto you if you are more emotionally mature or older than them, or have more financial security than them. It may have made them feel insecure. You know, the earthly bound material issues. The Spirit of Cups, which is also the King of Cups, the highest form of love. True devotion. One that is in control of their emotions and is not insecure. So when we see this with the Four of Pentacles, what their higher self wants to say to you is that they are evolving. They want to show you love in a more practical way and not be so guarded with their love in the way that they express it. To be able to meet you on that level, to become more balanced and in alignment. We see the eternity symbol down here with the eel. A bond that can never be broken. You may wish to be married to this person. You've thought about it, or you've talked about it, or they see you this way. They also see you as a very pure person, very giving. You weren't greedy and you weren't possessive of your own time and energy. You were able to give freely. Well, they may have not been able to, as they haven't gone through the same life lessons. But the love has never left, and even if it's not landed in the 3D, it will always remain this type of love. And that is what their higher self wants to say to you, pile 2. I hope it has helped someone. Thank you always for joining me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, pile 3, little earthling. Okay, so you chose the sea lily fossil. Can you believe this? Over 3 million years old. That is crazy. So they've been a timeless connection with you. You may have taught this person things that they may have not admitted, and maybe even before the brain recognizes, the soul does. They see you as someone who expresses themselves through their sexuality. You may have had arguments over this. If they didn't have the confidence you have, you don't feel shame in this. Well, they may have, and their higher self wants you to know that they don't condemn you for this. They don't want to make you feel ashamed in being all that you are. Your power may come from sacral center, and you're giving, you're nurturing. So 31 is symbolic. So I'm going to ask Spirit, and we'll get 2 cards. This is just a quick reading, a quick energy tech reading of what your person's higher self wants to say to you. Okay, Spirit, what group 3's person wants to say is 9 of Cups. Nice. One more. An 8 of Cups. Oh, we do see a little bit of a battle there. They see you as someone who is rooted in who they are. You may have a specific power of telepathy, able to read energy. You know, you don't necessarily need words. You may be someone who is sexually fluid, or this person may be. You may not have come into an understanding, and even what you may have wanted together in that expression of showing love in a physical way. There was misunderstanding. They mistook your strength for mirroring their weakness, not really knowing how to be as confident and not seeing how they are desirable. There's a miscommunication as the 8 of Cups is walking away from what no longer serves them, and they see you as walking away that from anything that doesn't add value and add light to your power, to your center, to that strong energy, the feminine energy. 9 of Cups. They see you as a complete wish fulfillment, but also their higher self wants to say that they do wish the best for you in life, even if it isn't from them. So if you walk away from them, they understand, especially if they are stuck in a toxic cycle themselves and they haven't went through that transformation yet. This is the full moon, and they saw you as full and illuminated. You were your own sun. Moon phases, whether it was waxing or waning, you still were able to shine golden. So this person's higher self wants to say that you have illuminated their insecurities, and it's not because you meant to do it. It was just by existing so fully as yourself and they don't want to drag you down, and they wish you the best and for you to keep growing, connecting to what it is that you want in this life and all your desires, however taboo they may seem, as long as you're not actively hurting anyone. Then it is fine to express yourself however you see fit. This person understands if you do choose to walk away from them because they don't want to drag you down, and if they do return, it has to be with value. They have to be full within themselves and integrate their light and dark, to be that wish for you, to build that life, to step into the Ten of Cups. Okay, group 3, that was your reading. Thank you for being here, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.